Gloria a Dio por un otro día. Ay, Santo. It's been a wonderful day. Porque we started enjoying the peace. A lot of times people don't take the time to enjoy peace. Porque havia trauma, projections, people being facetious, cualquier cosa. It's rare that when there's a moment of stillness and peace without interruption, without dealing with situations daily or random situations. Always being on your guard, like me say, previous traumas and preconceived notions and prior systems that you're still adhere to mentally. All these things at once are always going around your mind. And once you get the ability to have a peaceful day, it doesn't mean that everything go on your way. It just means that internally you're peaceful. So therefore, since you're peaceful internally, you've mastered your equanimity, being calm swallowing the calamity. Gloria a Dio. Since you've mastered that, once you get to a truly peaceful day, it scares you. It shocks your nervous system porque you're used to something popping up at you. So you're always in defense mode. Not sometimes consciously, a lot of times subconsciously. And not in ways that you think. It manifests in such ways as being anxious, waiting for something to transpire, being nervous, feeling like something can happen in any momento and you're scared of the repercussions. Or just already being in defense mode just in case those two things are not even coinciding or even happening. Once you once you figure out that storm mentally and you say, hey, I get anxious or apprehensive when I walk into a new area or when I see things that don't align with or I around a group of people, whatever the case. If you make yourself aware of your triggers, then you can figure out what you can do to once you figure out your triggers, then you can figure out how to disengage them. Gloria a Dio. Disengage them. Once you figure out how to disengage your triggers, once you go into anywhere, or once you're just with yourself, then you're able to reflect and say, okay, this usually makes me feel a certain type of way. Instead of me body and me mind being on alert, I'm just going to consciously go out my way to neutralize this thought pattern every or this alert system mechanism every time it heats. Now some people they'll say, damn, yeah, me figured out my triggers, yeah, me healed. Pero when me going, not feel this way. And that's porque even if you heal traumas and triggers and you are alert and aware and cognizant of your aware and cognizant of where things tend to upset you and get you flustered. Once you figure those three things out, you'd be like, okay, now I can go and no matter the day, me gonna keep me peace. Instead of this person saying something to offend me, instead of this person being facetious toward me, whether or not they do it, me still gonna be okay. Porque we've already expected it. See, now that's where you can use your triggers to work for you. When you, instead of being at the ready at the moment to attack and strike, now you can say, okay, I'm triggered, or I'm aware that this situation makes me feel some, evoke some type of emotion. So therefore, instead of standing there being ready to attack and strike, me going to just observe. Does it truly happen? Or does the idea of me imagining and preparing for it to happen actually brings that in? Because sometimes we don't realize that we'll be anticipating or be nervous about something so much that we'll start to create a whole new situation that wasn't a situation. For example, if you see someone and you expect them to always have a scowl on their face, a mean one. And every day you see them, you feel me, you expect the same thing. No matter if you say hi or no, right? So today, instead of you not speaking, you just say, you know what, me already expecting it. So you know what me gonna do? Put it like this. So me going to be be cool regardless if she's scowling or not. Instead of anticipating it, embracing myself, and preparing for the worst, instead I'm just going to be kosher either way. Me gonna be cool but steady. Cool either way. Now, when you encounter this person, no matter if they scowl or not, it's not going to trigger you to where you brace yourself for it. You've already learned the pattern. That's what we have to learn is instead of letting our triggers continue to trigger us, we need to figure out why they trigger us. And we need to either observe the pattern or get away from it. If it's not going to change, either get at peace with it or step away from it. Porque everything in vida changes. So if you do not start to change your triggers, they're going to evolve. Whereas if you start to identify and heal and be observant of your triggers, right, instead of atrophying, you'll be able to blossom and understand down. If I just keep letting this erode my soul, then I'm going to be nothing left. Me say all that to say, your peace should be your peace no matter what. No matter if, now I told y'all, just quédate conmigo porque your gal is in a continuous thought. It's not linear. You saw me say, like in conversation, it'll be linear, bullet points. Me am a eloquent orator. You see what I'm saying? Prate eso. Eloquent orator. You see what I'm saying? Poised speaker. You see what I'm saying? But on camera, it just cheeses me to the point it makes me freeze. But we're working through it. Right? In order to keep your equanimity, you need to understand what pisses you off and what triggers you and what evokes emotion within you, right? Segundo, after you figure out what triggers you and evokes emotion, right? It gets you upset. Then we're going to identify that and start to heal, right? Porque once we identify and heal that, right? No, we just did, gal. Déjame en paz, gal. Like, you can't do this cada video. You wait till we get, we just fed you. You not even, yeah, we just ate Taco Bell. So after you identify, because we're not gonna argue with her, we just fed her. If you don't think we are, we're not gonna argue with y'all neither. We're not, we're not, we're not, we're not going to, we're not, we're not gonna defend the motherhood. If you don't think we're feeding her, donate. You know what me say? Aquí estamos aquí, Ro. Hey, after you identify, that was attention. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna circulate back. Gloria a Dios. So after you identify, right, and start to heal those triggers, now you can mitigate, right? You can compartmentalize. And you say, hey, this pisses me off, this does this does that. We've identified, we healed it, and now once we encounter this team, right, we're gonna be observant and see whether we need to evolve or devolve. When I encounter this situation, am I gonna evolve and keep going and keep me peace, or am I gonna devolve and keep being the same person? And thus, ergo, mi peaceful dia. We just ate Taco Bell, guy. We're not going by. Less than 20 minutes ago, you still got ground beef on your mouth. Mira, ground beef on your mouth. Santo. Just had Taco. Man, what me saying is keep your peace, keep equanimity, because you will be distracted by little people. Que quiere gal? Girl, we just had Taco Bell. No, less than 30 minutes ago. 20, 30. I mean, as long as we've been making this video, we ate and they came over here. The element pause, gal. In conclusion, me used to write thesis for, for degrees, gal, that me couldn't even quantify or fathom, but still got a neon on it. The gal is, she was reading at 3. Your gal has awards for reading, for exercise, for excess, for excellence in academics. Like your gal's a scholar, and now we've devolved, right, to being a enigmatic mother, enigmatic mother, mobile mommy, model. Yeah, you got rabies. So me say all that to say, keep your peace. Figure out what makes you unpeaceful, and figure out if you need to evolve or devolve. Heal from your triggers. We going to 2026 healed. Well, it's already 2026. So we gonna keep going forward in 2026. Healed, trigger free, and sucker free.